हर महीने हम बेहतर देने में कामयाब हुए। मैं दिल्ली के लोगों से माफी मांगता हूं, इतना कहना चाहता हूं। 9-10 महीनों में कोई सरकार आपको पूरा का पूरा पोल्यूशन को साफ कर सके, ऐसा असंभव है। लेकिन मैं दिल्ली वासियों आपको बताना चाहता हूं, आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार जो बेईमानी करके छल कर गई है, हमने उससे बेहतर करके हर दिन का AQI कम करा है, और इसी तरह अगर कम करते जाएंगे तो ही दिल्ली को साफ हवा देनी संभव है।
हमने तो अब गेहूं की फसल बीज दी है, और गेहूं की फसल को एक नहीं 2 बार पानी जो है दिया जा चुका है। तो अब तो कोई आसपास भी धुएं का नामो निशान नहीं है। तो अब दिल्ली का जो है वातावरण वो 450 और 500 के बीच एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स वहाँ पे है। फ्लाइटें रद्द हो रही हैं, सांस लेनी मुश्किल हो रही है। तो इसका मतलब दिल्ली के पोल्यूशन के लिए सरकार जो है वो खुद एफर्ट करे दिल्ली की। पंजाब को इस राजनीतिक लड़ाई में मत खींचो।
Every winter, Delhi slips into the same emergency. Thick smog blankets the city. Air turns hazardous. Breathing becomes a health risk, and hospitals see a surge in respiratory cases. And politics takes center stage. Governments argue, agencies blame each other. From parliament to streets, the war of words grow louder. But on the ground, very little changes. The air remains toxic. This week, an unusual comparison sharpened the reality. Why Delhi's air quality index touched a dangerous 447. Beijing recorded a much cleaner 67. This matters because Beijing was once called the smog capital of the world. A city that struggled just like Delhi, but today its air tells a different story. As Delhi choked through another severe pollution spell, the Chinese embassy stepped in with a pointed message. In a detailed post, it shared a step-by-step account of how Beijing cleaned up its air. Along with before and after images, the message was very simple. Cleaner air is not instant, but it is possible. The embassy spokesperson said both India and China face pollution due to rapid urbanization. The difference, she argued, lies in execution. Beijing began with strict control of vehicle emissions. Ultra-tight standards were enforced. Old and high-emission vehicles were removed from the roads. There was no delay, no half measures. India already has BS6 emission norms on paper, but enforcement has lagged. Delhi has been fighting toxic air since Diwali. Yet, non-BS6 vehicles were restricted only recently. By then, the damage was already visible. Beijing also limited how often cars could be used. License plate lotteries, odd even rules, weekday driving restrictions, but these curbs worked because public transport was expanded at the same time. Massive investments went into metro lines and bus networks. Electric mobility was pushed hard. Private vehicles were discouraged. Public transport became reliable. Delhi has tried odd-even schemes before, but without strong enforcement and alternatives, pollution levels barely moved. Temporary fixes cannot replace sustained policy. The most important lesson from Beijing is regional coordination. Pollution does not respect borders. Beijing worked very closely with Tianjin and Hebei to stop polluted air from drifting in. Delhi's crisis is also regional. Stubble burning in Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh plays a major role. Courts have ordered coordination many times, but politics and blame games have undercut action. The second pillar of Beijing's cleanup was industrial reconstructing. More than 3,000 heavy industries were shut down or moved out. One steel plant relocated alone reduced pollution by 20%. Old factory zones were converted into parks, tech hubs and cultural centers. Wholesale markets and logistics hubs were shifted away from the city to reduce pressure. For India, this is not about copying China blindly. It is about learning from outcomes. Strong enforcement, regional cooperation, long-term planning. Delhi's pollution problem is well understood. The solutions are known. What is missing is urgency and execution. Because every year of delay means another winter where clean air remains a promise, not a reality.